Disaster and climate risks represent increasing challenges to global and national efforts to improve the quality of life of communities and individuals around the world. Governments and communities are aware of these challenges, but do not always have the capacities to address them. The CADRI Partnership is an IFRC UN-led global partnership of 20 humanitarian and development organizations who come together to build a unique mechanism for countries to access expertise in disaster risk reduction and climate change adaptation. Leveraging the experience and knowledge of its partners, CADRI has developed a digital tool to support governments in leading a disaster risk reduction and climate change adaptation capacity diagnosis process. The CADRI Capacity Diagnosis Tool enables governments to identify the most appropriate measures and integrated solutions to address and manage multidimensional disaster and climate risks. It assists countries to operationalize their national disaster risk reduction strategies by identifying priority areas for investment across sectors. The tool helps to pool and mobilize expertise in disaster risk reduction and climate change adaptation from 20 partners within and outside the UN system. The main purpose of the tool is to provide the multi-stakeholder teams, assessors, and planners with the guidance required to carry out a diagnosis of the country's capacities and reduce disaster and climate risk, and define an action plan addressing gaps and challenges. The CADRI tool users are government officials, as well as members of the UN country teams and the incoming interagency CADRI teams. The tool can also be used beyond the CADRI missions by the global disaster risk reduction and climate change adaptation community. The digital tool includes 9 sector-specific questionnaires, providing guidance for the implementation of the country's disaster risk reduction and climate change adaptation capacity diagnosis. It applies the integration of gender, leave no one behind, and conflict sensitivity key principles in the center of national planning in a government-led, participative, and inclusive process. It allows multi-country stakeholders, including the government, the UN, and the IFRC experts to work simultaneously and exchange information in real time with the help of the user-friendly interface. The users can create and allocate roles for the missions to coordinate the process easily. The final product of the CADRI process is a capacity diagnosis report with recommendations to improve the disaster and climate risk management capacities of the government. For more information about the CADRI partnership and the request procedure, please visit our website or contact us through email.